Jim O'Neill is the Forsyth County District Attorney, and he wants to be the state's Attorney General, but you got to survive this Republican primary. How do you navigate a primary as an Attorney General candidate? The issues there aren't so clear-cut.
Well, I think what you have to try to explain to people is that in order to be the top law enforcement agent in the state, which is the Attorney General, you need to be a top law enforcement agent somewhere in the state. And that's the difference between me and everybody else, is that this is what I've been doing. I've been a prosecutor for 20 years. Protecting people and keeping people safe is what I do and what I know best. And one of the aspects of the Attorney General's office is to take the cases, the murder cases, the child molestation cases, the rape cases, and you're still protecting those for the prosecutors who are protecting the people. So it's a natural progression, and I'm delighted to have an opportunity to further protect not only my community but the entire state.
But some issues with the lawsuits filed and the state's supposed to defend the state against the lawsuit, and you have attorneys general in other states go, I'm not going to defend those lawsuits. I'm not going to defend this or that. How much discretion do you feel you have to either enforce something or not enforce an issue based on how you interpret the Constitution?
Well, the way I approach my current job is that I put my left hand on the Bible, I raise my right hand, and I swear that I'm going to uphold the law. Whether I personally agree with it or not has nothing to do with it. The community and the public knows that you've taken this oath. They expect you to follow through on it. And so I think when you approach the Attorney General's office in the same manner, which is the legislature has passed a law, it's your job and your sworn oath to defend that law, you do it. It's very simple. And it's the same approach I've taken in my current job. There are people that think marijuana should be legalized. Well, it's not legal. And so whether you think it should be legal or not is irrelevant. Your job is to uphold the law and treat everybody the same.
What kind of condition is the Attorney General's office in? I'm saying that as a Democrat's in the seat and you're a Republican, but if you walk in, there's a whole team of people that will be there that Roy Cooper will leave behind. Assess the structure. Is it working well? How is the state poised going into 2017 after the general?
Well, one of the main areas that we need to improve is the lab. Okay, the state crime lab is taking year, 18 months, 24 months to get results back in rape cases and murder cases, and that's just not fair to anybody involved. It's not fair to the victims, and it's not fair to the people who believe they've been wrongly accused. And so what we've done in Winston-Salem to try and help resolve this issue is we took the steps of contracting out with a private lab, NMS Labs out of Philadelphia, and they are taking our cases now, and we're getting 5-day turnarounds. And that's really what North Carolinians deserve. You know, we are a growing state. We're one of the 10 most populous states right now, and we deserve better. And we got to do a better job in terms of keeping people safe.
How does a service in the state, if crime lab, for instance, go from I have to wait 12 months for my evidence versus 5 days? How does that happen from your experience? Because it sounds like it's a dramatic turnaround.
Well, it's a dramatic turnaround, but it's all about getting the proper funding so that the lab can work the way it should. In terms of competitive salaries, when you think about our state crime lab and the wonderful agents that work over there, they can go across the street and make 20% more than what they're currently earning. And so that's why we're spending all this time training people, getting them up to speed, and then they're right for picking from the private practice. So we have to become more competitive in how we're paying those agents.
Jim O'Neill, current Forsyth County District Attorney seeking the Republican nomination for North Carolina Attorney General. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Yes, sir.